No! Oh, oh, no! Oh, this is just ridiculous! How are we supposed to... No! Oh. Yeah, but I can't... Oh, come on! Can't do it! Need a solution to this problem. Now, I must admit, I'm not a huge gamer on mobile phones. I do dabble in it every now and then when I'm a bit bored or something like that, but I do like to play Sega Dreamcast on the go. And unfortunately, mobile phone seems to be the best way about it at this time. There are various options out there that are specific mobile devices for gaming, but they're not great. In most cases, they're too underpowered. Use Redream on my device to actually play it 720p on this device, which is the Umidigi F1. It doesn't run too bad. It's not perfect, but it runs. It's very playable. So the problem we have though is controls. Now I have loads of controllers, including the games GS4, is it? Yeah, G4S, sorry. The game's G4S. Nice little controller. It has quite a premium feel to it. And I do kind of enjoy it. The only problem is, though, is it has random disconnects and it drives me insane. Bluetooth and all that. And also, yeah, you can have your phone there. But what about if you like your hands on either side? You know, making it feel like an actual games console. That's where the Razer Kishi comes in. Razer Kishi or something. It's not the first of its kind. There's loads of different expandable controllers that you can get. Most of them are Bluetooth. This one is not Bluetooth. It connects by Type-C. So for those of you who might be using mobile devices that don't have a Type-C and still using micro USB or something like that, yeah, crap out of luck. It will not work for you. It doesn't have batteries built in. It's powered by your phone. Obviously, it's not going to take too much power up though because, well, it doesn't need that much power really. So yeah, Razer Kishi Universal Gaming Controller for Android. Usually found on the places like Amazon or eBay for £60 to £70, even sometimes even more than that, new. And I do have my concerns about that price, but I picked up this specimen from my local Kishi generators for £29.99, and I feel that's a bit more reasonable. So yeah, the Razer logo, clickable analog thumbsticks, fits most Android devices, ergonomic design. Yeah, ultra low latency gameplay via Type-C connector. Lovely. Something that it fails to mention on this, but we'll get to that after. So yeah, if I swing it round, ergonomic design, fits most Android devices for seamless compatibility. Of course, within reasonable size, so about the size of my Umidigi F1, which is, I can't remember the size of that, it's about 5 inch, something like that, I can't remember. Clickable analog thumbsticks, Type-C charging ports. Again, a bit of a catch to that, something they don't tell you. I believe it's either Android 10 or 11 you need for that to actually function. Otherwise, if you just run the USB cable into the pass-through port, it does nothing. Unfortunately, does nothing for my device there. So I haven't tried it on my Oppo Reno 2, which is running Android 11. Maybe I should probably do that, and maybe if anybody needs to know, I can let you know in the comments down below. Cloud gaming compatible for next gen gaming. Fantastic. So let's get to the main event. So in the box, you get the controller. We'll just pop that to the side for a minute. You get a very plasticky inlet layer thing that keeps the controller secure when I can get it out. There we go. You get your instructions, Razer Kishi, dominate your game whenever you travel, or wherever you travel. So extensively tested and validated by esports athletes. Razer controllers are designed with optimized ergonomics for tournament level gaming. Yeah, I'm sure they are. But it's not a bad looking manual. Nice clean design layout. What's needed? Android 8.0 Oreo or higher. I'm assuming if you have an Android version lower than that, it just simply wouldn't work. Compatible with Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, blah blah blah. You can see the compatibility list there. Yeah, focus. There we go. So compatibility list. Obviously, it supports more devices than what they specify there, but they'll always mention the top brands. Installation instructions and things like that. Pretty straightforward, actually. But yeah, that's the manual. You also get a couple of stickers, which I don't think I'll ever bother with. But yeah, that's the box and its container. Let's get to the main controller device itself. Now, of course, as I said, we are spoiled for choice for game controllers for mobile devices. This is just an example, but there's not many that do direct input. Most of them will connect via Bluetooth, and yeah, generally there's not a problem with that. But yeah, let's have a little feel of it. Dual analog sticks, clicky, that clicks in fine. Yeah, they feel all right then. Yeah, they've got a good feel to them. Maybe a little bit slippy for those times where you might get a little bit rough with your gameplay, but that's not too bad. ABXY. Yeah, spongy, with a little satisfying click just at the end though. That's not too bad. I like that. Start button, clicky. Home button, very clicky. Back button, again, very clicky. D-pad. It's quite solid. It's smooth, so finger glides over it fine. It's a bit weird though. It does actually have a central pivot. Let's just quick focus. There we go. So it does have a central pivot, but yeah, it has a little bit of give to it. So yeah, it's all right. Has a quite a bit of a spongy, but again, just like the face buttons, it does have a little click to it. So yeah, that's not bad. Left trigger or right trigger bumper, should I say? And then what they forget to mention, they're analog. Yeah, they're analog then. They don't mention about that on the box. In fact, actually, when looking at the listings on eBay and Amazon, they don't mention analog triggers. They mention about the analog sticks, but they don't mention them. That's quite an important thing when you, particularly for Sega Dreamcast, because as anybody who's played Sega Dreamcast knows, it had analog triggers, and some games are best played with those. So yeah, that's nice to know that. So yeah, the return around on the back, we've got the release mechanism. Just simply pull them tabs like that, and it expands like that. Sort of like an elasticated mechanism. So yeah, it's not too bad. Got the Type-C port right there. So yeah, plug your phone into the bottom of that. Connect and then sort of like hook that on the other side. Get to that in a moment. The pass-through port for USB, and that's only charging only. Like I said, I think you do need Android 10 or 11. It might be Android 11. Actually, I would have thought it'd be Android 10. Again, but it doesn't say about that in the manual, because all I know is that I put a cable into there with this device in it. Nothing happens. It doesn't do anything. But then I read up online that apparently, yeah, you do need a later Android version. So, yeah, let's get the phone into there. So quickly just pop it in there. see the blue lights popped on. Then slot that in like that. And there we have it. So we have, it's sort of nicely seated in there. The only thing I have problem with though, that side, it's got wiggle to it. Well, as we can see, it's started working straight away. So no setup required. Well, I say no setup required. There will be some setup required for Redream. For some reason, I found a little bit of an annoyance with it. So if I just get it to focus again. There it should be better. Right, so yeah, let's go into Metropolis Street Racer. It's a game that I do very much enjoy. It was the game that gave birth to the Project Gotham series. Let's go in. Okay, load game, single player. I haven't really played an awful lot of this. I've been playing it a bit on my Nvidia Shield TV, which has been a lot of fun. Also playing it on my original Dreamcast as well. It's just great fun playing it in all the different ways. So, street racing. Chapter 1. Hot lap. Probably need to do the first one again. Yeah. Continue. Race. Here we go. I've actually not had to do any messing around this time. Sometimes I find that I load it in and I have to reconfigure the controls, particularly the analog triggers, but I'm not too convinced that's really a problem with the controller itself. I think that's more the the emulator, which can be a bit of a problem with it. So yeah, it's working nicely. So let's see. Yeah, the games doesn't really make use of the analog too much. It's either accelerate on or accelerate off. Yeah, same with the braking. So this isn't a prime example really for those triggers. But yeah, it works nicely. Yeah, switching to the rear view. But yeah, it works nicely. So if I press back button, I'm not too sure what that's doing. It seems to just be muting the sound. So start button is working just fine. If I press the home key, that drops out the emulator to the menu, and it works. It works quite nicely. I'm actually quite pleased with it. So if I go into, let's say, Plasma Sword, try that. See how responsive it is when it comes to bashing buttons. Star Gladiator Arcade. Right, let's see. Claire, Omega, Eagle, Shaker. Some interesting characters in this game. It's not the best beat 'em up, I don't think, but it's quite fun. Quite interesting. I first introduced this game on the PlayStation. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this game doesn't use the analog. Oh, there we go. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, again, it's like I felt the movement there. See what I mean? It's just a little bit wiggly there, and I'm not a fan of that. They could have really sorted that out, I think. Made a way of it being more secure. Get on. Ow. Defeated. No. Oh, God. Ow. What? No way. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely responsive. It's like responding this immediately to my button inputs and stuff like that, which is good. No input lag that I can see. Ooh, I got wasted. But yeah, it's actually pretty neat controller. But my opinions on it, is it actually worth the high price that they ask for it? And I'm not too convinced. Ergonomically, it feels quite nice. It does feel quite nice in the hands. But like I said, I am concerned about that wiggle. I don't like that wiggle there. It feels like it's just going to pop off, but I don't know. It is quite firm in there. It is quite secure. And the fact that it's using like a rubber thing there, that prevents damage to your phone, rotating it around. But yeah, they could have designed it a bit better, really, to make it a bit more secure on the back rather than just using it like an elastic thing to it. But yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, that's the Razer Kishi controller, and it's I do kind of like it. I wouldn't have been too happy though if I paid the full price for it. I would have felt a bit ripped off. I just don't understand why they're charging such a high price for it. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, if you shop around, you should be able to get this at a pretty reasonable price. I think I was really quite fortunate to find it at the price that I did, at £30. That I think it is just about right. That's about right, the price for that. And I'm quite happy with it at that price. Might have to try it on a few more mobile devices, see if they feel a bit more secure in it. But of course, though, this you would not be able to use for anything like tablets. It's just too small. This phone is about the right size if you look in there. It's a bit snug. It might actually get a slightly bigger phone in it. But yeah, I have been considering getting the Razer gaming phone 2. But I've been reading reviews and saying it's not really a reliable phone, although its specs will be better than this for what I want for Dreamcast gaming. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it there though, guys. Good device with some little caveats in it, so things that they don't tell you about. Shop around, try and get the best price if you're going to pick one up for yourself. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please smash that like button and hit subscribe, and why not ring that little bell to be notified of future content. I'll catch you next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.